Good morning, everybody. Got a little later start, 8:12 a.m., October 3rd. Markets went down early yesterday, then bounced. Okay, then bounced. Went down in the overnight session, back down to those lows almost. Now we're at the mid, basically, of the overnight session, and we have the overnight session equal to basically the RTH session yesterday. So we got some very key levels to work off of today. Okay, today we got jobless claims. Okay, and we got some news at 9:45 and 10. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Now, um, we're gonna getting into some things this morning. Like I said, we have really important levels to talk about. So, without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile and market profile to find structure in the markets, along with supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, the most traded price of the year, the month, the week, and the preceding day. That is my edge. That's how I find structure in the markets. Currently, we are in bearish structure. Okay, we are in bearish structure. So every day I do this at 8:10 a.m. Hopefully, have a cup of coffee, join me, subscribe, set an alert. I hope I can reach up to 200 subscribers. That would mean a lot. I'm trying to build a profile army here. Hopefully, you can join me. Okay, if you enjoy my content, okay, please smash that like button. Okay, please smash that like button. That helps my channel out. All right, you can always follow me on X at Gonzo719. All right, at Gonzo719. And then I do post my day trades, okay, on my YouTube Shorts and my TikTok account. And that TikTok account is Gonzo719 Trader. All right, I did do uh, a, um, a trading reel about the window dressing end of quarter, and I have no clue why TikTok says I violated rules. I have no clue. So TikTok banned that video. I don't have no clue why. All right, but that's up on X. That's up on my YouTube Shorts. Okay. All right. So just give me a sec here. I have to boot up my toss. So just give me a sec here. So we got big key levels in ES. That big level now, we're in ultimate balance again, is 57.60. That is the level to pay attention to today. Acceptance above it could be bullish. Acceptance below it stays bearish. Okay, and acceptance is spending time above or below. That's what I mean by acceptance. Okay, that's what I mean by acceptance. Now I know you're seeing my name up there again. That's because I'm starting toss up. So my beautiful name, you can see it there again. And just give me a sec, and we're going to get right into the futures watch list here. Once that boots up, not sure who's with me today. I know Pancake gets up early in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest. I know Rosita is a very busy woman. Haven't seen G-Man in a little bit. Muhammad, K-Trader, Luis. Hopefully you guys join me today. All right, now we're going to get right into the futures watch list here. Boom, here we are. And let's see what's going on in futures. Who is the leader? It is the VIX. The VIX is at 19.59, up 3.65%. All right, followed by crude oil is up 2%. So crude like pulled back with inventories yesterday. It has to crack 72. All right, so playing some games there with inventories yesterday. All right, building a base. So I want to see what crude does at 72. The dollar. The dollar's up 0.73. Interesting. The dollar. That means the euro is probably going down and the yen. So we got to check that out. 10-year yield's up again, up 0.56. Bitcoin is up 0.50. Gold is pretty much flat. ES is down 0.12. Nasdaq is down 0.17. Was down a lot more earlier. The Dow is down 0.22. 30-year bonds being sold down 0.28, Russell down 0.46, silver's down 0.53, ether's down 1.09. 1.09. Okay. Now moving on to our Max 7 Plus. All right. So we have Nvidia. Okay. Leading. Now what I did see yesterday was the CEO said the demand for their Blackwell chips is insane. Just that headline alone could be the reason this is spiking. Now, let me see if there's any news here. Doesn't really say, but I believe that would probably be the reason of the CEO of Nvidia. Followed by AMD up 0.61. See, now Nvidia is a heavy weight stock in the markets. Okay. So if that pushes up and then finds resistance, that because like you notice, look, the rest of the market's really not doing much. All right, what else do we have here? Laggards, Netflix down 0.36, Google down 0.40, Apple down 0.51, and Tesla missed quarter deliveries, third quarter deliveries. They are down 1.43%. Okay, now moving on to the top sector stocks. Chevron and Exxon crude leading the pack. Okay, who's lagging? Qualcomm, Uber, Morgan Stanley, Cat down 0.34%. Moving on to the swing trade list. Let's see who's leading there. Not big leaders. Accenture up 1.76, followed by Southwest Airlines up 1.45, followed by Vertiv. I'm a fan of Vertiv. All right, now I believe Vertiv's getting love because of Nvidia's news. All right, now Vertiv, I'm a proud owner of that. I nibbled and I nibbled. All right, so around 60 something. I think my average price is 70. So that's looking nice. Data center, they do cooling and power supplies, I believe. Not I believe, but that's what they do. All right, so Dell got some, I forget what that's called, some energy. Tilray, that's all. That's not a lot of leaders here. Okay, let's go laggards. All right, though that is not a laggard really because that's Lam Research, a semi, and they split. So they finally have a normal price of their stock. It's at 81 bucks. All right, Baba is gapping down 3.27%. Lucid down 2.1, Alcoa down 1.12, and GDXJ, the gold junior miners, down 1.07, and Las Vegas Sands. So China is taking a little backwards hit today. Okay. Now moving back to over the top sectors, and we go to the guts of the market sectors. Let's see what's moving markets here. We got utilities, which is a defensive sector. It's been getting love. We'll have rate cuts coming, and you go to those for dividends. Okay. I own NextEra Energy, and from like 50 in the 50s, so that's been doing good. Followed by energy, followed by semis. Right. Nvidia though is getting really most of the love. Right. It's not like the whole semis are getting, because I believe it's just centered around the CEO's comments of the Blackwell chips. All right. Now, who's lagging? Anything to note? Real estate, not going to move markets. Financials down 0.27, and discretionary with Tesla down 0.29. Down 0.29. So that's what's going on with sectors here. All right. We can move on to economic calendar. Some news here. Give me a sec while I pull it up. Okay. Now today we have some news. Okay. We have some news. We got initial jobless claims, 830, expecting 220, previous 218. We'll see what happens there. Then at 9:45, you got services, S&P Global Composite, PMI, and global services, 9:45. Then ISM services and factory orders at 10 a.m. So I am staying away from this market and let the noise settle till after 10 a.m. Okay. And Fed Bostic speaks at 10:40. Now tomorrow's big data is non-farm payrolls and unemployment. Okay, that is big. Now this market might just balance until that news. Remember, I said we're in ultimate balance again, and yes, big move's going to happen, right? So, big news tomorrow really could send a nice move. If we stay in this balance, you'll have a big move tomorrow. I mean, could we have a big move today? Of course, anything's always possible. Anything's always possible. Okay, so let's get into some news here. Levi Strauss. Levi stock fell 11% after the jeans maker announced it has put its Dockers brand under review for a possible sale and lower its group-wide full-year revenue forecast. So retail continues to just be weak. Nike, a bunch of retail's just not doing good, right? And that's kind of a sign of the economy. Tesla stock fell 1.6 with the EV manufacturer unlikely to grow annual sales this year, even with price cuts. Okay. Let's see. Stellantis stock fell 3.9 at the Barclays downgraded its investment. Downgraded its investment stance on the Jeep maker to equal. Oh boy, getting alerts here. Amazon stock fell 0.7 after Morgan Stanley warned that Wall Street's profit expectations from the e-commerce giant, particularly for the fourth quarter of 2024, might be overly optimistic. Interesting. Let's go to more news. All right, so the dock workers, the longshoremen, right? Ship queue grows at U.S. ports as dock workers strike enters its third day. It's not good. This is not a good thing. Okay. Um, well, we have Tesla to recall over 27,000 Cybertruck vehicles over rear view image delay. We already know about Levi Strauss. Eli Lilly's weight loss drug removed from FDA shortage list. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration removed Eli Lilly's blockbuster weight loss and diabetes drugs from its shortage list late on Wednesday, likely piling pressure on firms selling cheaper versions known as compounded drugs. Okay, that's why Eli Lilly is up 0.33. Now, so Biden exempt some semiconductor factories from environmental reviews. President Joe Biden on Wednesday signed legislation that will exempt some U.S. semiconductors manufacturing facilities from federal environment reviews that are receiving government subsidies. Wow, interesting. Okay, let's see if there's anything else here and why stuff is moving. Okay, Southwest. The airline's director, Rakesh Gangwal, who was picked by the company to join its board amid growing pressure from an activist investor, bought more than 100 million in stock and said on Wednesday more top-level leadership changes would be counterproductive. He said he made the purchases as soon as the so-called trading window when directors and other insiders were permitted to buy and sell the stock opened. Okay. Let's see what else here. Humana, Stevens cuts target price 250 from 400. Man, Humana really getting hammered. Really getting hammered. Okay. I think we can go to and then the juice. Let's see if the juice got anything. Let's see. It says Chinese shares in Hong Kong tumbled. And see, this is why Bob and all them are down. Tumbled as investors paused their world-beating surge over the last month. A weaker yen boosted Japanese markets, but oil prices rose for the third day in a row in Middle East tensions. Okay. It says Libya to resume oil production today. All right. So oil's in the news with geopolitical concerns. Okay. Now, let's go to upgrades, downgrades. Let's see if this has been refreshed. It has. So upgrades. Here we go. RTX, Raytheon, upgraded from a sell to a hold. All right. What else? Downgrades. Downgrades. Let's see. Stellantis. There's the downgrade. Stellantis, overweight to equal weight. Two downgrades. Okay. Let's see any initiations today. Nothing real. Waste Management initiated Apple Forum. That's the only thing I see here. Price target changes. Let's go there. Let's go to price target raises first. And ON, target raise 52 to 56. Lockheed Martin, right? Defense stock 600 to 620. GE target raise from 212 to 235. Interesting, GE. Interesting. And it's got no movement from that. Interesting. Let's see. American Airlines target raised, right? $7 to 9. Wow, that stock's really fallen, huh? And then target lowers. That we got the Levi Strauss. We already talked about that. We have what else here? Boeing got a target lowered 225 to 195. But the market's not really, and there's a strike going on there too. So, all right, I think that's going to do that. Be it there. Let me see if there's anything else I missed. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Now let's move on. Let's move on to some daily charts here. It's good old daily charts here. All right, let's look at the daily charts together. All right, so yesterday we broke the previous day's lows. Okay, and then look at that. Last week's lows we covered and ended up closing above last week's lows, right underneath the 9 EMA daily. Okay, where are we now? 568.30, right in the middle of yesterday's session. Okay, right in the middle. All right, so we could just be waiting for tomorrow. Okay, let's look at the live look of futures. Look at these wicks here and futures getting bought up, bought up, bought up. That is becoming very weak. How many times are we going to knock on this? So that's going to look at support, or the next time we revisit, are we going to get bought again, or is it finally going to break? Don't know. Okay, don't know. But look, we were in balance, pushed down, now we're making new balance. Okay, like the sneakers, right? So let's look at the Qs. Let's look at the Qs. All right, Qs are relatively weak. Remember, I have a bearish position in the Qs. Okay, it's relatively weaker. All right, so what did we do yesterday? We broke again down here in the beginning of the session last week's lows. But then what did we do? We recovered and closed above last week. So staying within last week's range. Okay, underneath the 9 EMA daily, where are we now? 481. Let's just call it 41.15. 41.15. Again, in the middle of yesterday's session. Not telling us a lot. Okay, let's look at the live look of futures. Live look at futures, and you can see same thing, wick, 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 buying it up here. Okay, so very heavy support at the 198.26 level. Now, if Nvidia didn't get that news from the CEO, where would we be? Probably a lot weaker, because we were weaker earlier, right? But it's just a heavy weighted stock, right? You can't argue with that. Like, I think in the QQQ, it's number 2, or I know Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia are at the top. Okay. All right. So that's the live look. Okay. So we got that support here. We just have to see. We have to see what's going to happen. Okay. All right. Now moving on to the triple-headed monster. Let's look at that 10-year yield. Okay. What are we doing? We're in this range. Okay. We're in this range. What are we going to do? 3.82 to 3.6. What are we going to do, bond market? What are we going to do? Okay, moving on to the VIX. I'm sorry, to the dollar. Dollar's getting some love today. Look at the dollar. Wow. 1, 2, 3, the fourth day up. Now you're coming into this resistance, right? Right here. What is this? Last month's highs. 101.91. That is a key resistance level in this range. Okay. What is it going to do here? See that swing low here? Tried to sustain value here, couldn't. Big range popped out, right? That could only mean that our little euro here is falling, which it is, hitting the 50-day moving average. Okay. And our yen is also falling. So the yen was all the way up here, and now it fell back to here. Okay, that's what that's going on there. Let's look at our VIX. Now the VIX, we still got fear, folks. Okay, we're at a 19.52 VIX. That's nothing to shake a tail at. Okay, 16 VIX is a 1% expected move, plus or minus in the S&P 500 on a daily. So we're expecting more than a 1% move today. Okay, so we got good volatility. We have good volume today. All right, so expecting a good, nice moves today. All right, that wraps up that. All right, now we can move on to the main event. It's where I analyze the market, the futures, the Nasdaq, and the ES. Okay, and you'll see beautiful levels today. Really nice levels to look at. Just really nice. Really, really nice levels. Okay. We're going to look at structure together. Okay. So let's look at our rolling profile. So we have our little move down from yesterday. And look right here. Ultimate balance, folks. 5760. There's our value area. That's value area, 70% of the trading. And then we have the rest of the profile. Okay. So this, what happened yesterday, right? So you opened up, pushed down, right? You broke this level. Remember that pivot point? And that basically was a bear trap. And then we pushed back up. Okay. Now, 5760 has become the most traded price of the month and the week and of yesterday, basically. This level. It's the bull bear line, folks. It's the bull bear line. Okay. Acceptance above it, we can possibly move back up. Acceptance below it, and we can move to 5700. That's what we're talking about now. Okay. That's what we're talking about. Now, this level this is what I like when the market's like this. 57.72, 57.73. That is a weak high. Bulls want to break it, bears want to defend it, right? That's over your ultimate balance of 57.60 level. Okay? That's over that. Now, price is currently below the ultimate balance level. Now, what do you have here? We have a weak low. 57.24, 57.26. This is your weak low. Also have single prints down here from yesterday. Okay, bears want to break it, bulls want to defend it. That's what we're talking about here. That's it. That's all we're talking about. All right. Very easy today. Okay. Let's break this session out. This supply zone was broken. I'm going to get rid of that now. This is only 30-minute bars. It's not intimidating the market profile. All right. So it is real easy today. It's not ever easy to trade, but now yesterday, what I want to tell you guys about yesterday. Yesterday was two things, okay? And the internals, okay? The internals of the market. Let me show you guys those. So the internals right here. We look at this. Tech yesterday was the leader with semis. And you can see the market internals were above zero the whole day. So this told me, all right, I don't want to short anything. Okay. However, this is where the conflict came in because let's get rid of that. Because structurally we were bearish. Okay, so I was saying if we can't accept value above here, right, we're still bearish. Okay, and we wound up closing right here. And guess what? Look, we tried again and the price is below it. So we're in a bearish structure. So yesterday was like the internals were strong, but when we hit up, tried to establish a value above it, we couldn't do it. Okay, so that's structure. So it's a kind of a conflict, right? So yeah, we're at the midpoint. We're at the heart. You're just not at a good spot. We're at the midpoint of the overnight. We're at the midpoint of yesterday. Just not good trade location at all. All right, but today it is super easy. Days like this are great. Why is that? Because we have levels that are just really, everybody sees them. So let's get right into it. Now, I think my late start shook some people away from my feed today. I got inundated with some other task, and probably doing this on my own today. That's okay. I do it on my own anyway. Even if I had no stream, I'd be doing this. But hopefully everybody catches the recording. But let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go for the bear. Let's go for that bear scenario. Okay, so we do have supply in that weak high up here, 57.73. Okay, sellers, this box, that's what they have to defend. Okay, any acceptance above that monster 57.60 level is bullish. Acceptance though. Okay, so what could I see happening? Okay, for me to be like, let's say we do this, this, then this, and this. Okay, try to get over it, can't, hold back under it. Yeah, we're going for that weak low, the 57.24. You got single prints right here. We should be able to clean them out. And this could be the case where we just go to 5,700. Break 5,700. Wow. I don't know if you do that before non-farm payrolls and unemployment. But that's really all I'm really looking for. Okay? Pretty simple. Now, bull side. Pretty simple too. Okay? Couple things in the bull side. Okay? They have single prints right here in this area from yesterday. Okay, you also have the overnight activity. You got the week low of 57.24. Bulls got to defend it. Bulls got to defend it. Okay. So what am I going to want to see? A couple things. If the market does tend to test this area, I want to see what we do here. Is it weak? Is it strong? I don't know yet, so I don't know that, right? But if it is not that weak, and we come down here and do one of these and recover lower high, we're going to go back to this mean. Okay. Now, if we do and we take this supply out and kind of hold, we can try to clean these single prints and go up to 58.10. Okay. Now, if we do not visit down here, okay, if we do not and price starts to come up, breaks through the weak high, and then starts to come back but starts to hold this 57.60, well, then you have a good shot of trying to churn through these single prints and go to 58.10. Okay, that's my thinking about this level. Okay, that does the ES analysis. All right, that's what I'm saying. We got great levels to work off today. Now, we'll go right into the NASDAQ. Beautiful levels too. Okay, beautiful levels as well. Okay, let's look at structure. Remember, I'm short the QQQ with options. So look at the big level. We also are in ultimate balance in the Qs. Okay, so 250, 20050. That is your bull bear line. Ultimate balance. Okay, ultimate balance. Look where NASDAQ is. In the mid of the overnight, in the mid of yesterday's session. Horrible location. Horrible. Okay, so trade location. Okay, so pretty easy again. All right, it's pretty easy. All right, it's all about that 250 level. That's all it's about. And also this support. We're going to say it's like let's see, 198.333. We'll just call it that. That's the week low. Bulls want to defend it, bears want to break it. Okay? And then this level, all right, 250 is the bull bear line. And let's call 20072 to 20089 is your week high. That's all it's about, folks. Okay? Now, if we break this out, that supply zone's probably gone. Yes, this is gone. We will delete that. Okay? Here's the price action in the overnight. Consolidated, pushed down, pushed up, and now we're just in the middle of the session. Okay? Okay. So nothing to do here. Nothing at all. Okay, so we go right into our scenarios because it's so simple today. It's so simple. Alrighty. Now, let's look at it. Okay. We'll go with the bear. We're in bearish structure. Okay. All right. So we have our profile, almost like a double distribution here. But all that matters is this level. Okay. All that matters is this level. So we'll go with the bear case. And I can't remember if I did this already. I think I did. I'm going to do it again. Let's talk about those NASDAQ scenarios, okay, the NQ. All right. So we know sellers want to defend this area. There's a supply zone there as well. Okay. It's all that matters. You have single prints above this. Single prints should never be resistant in a strong market. If they are, that is bearish. Okay. That is bearish. We have our week low from 198.51 to about 198.33. Okay. That's week low. This is where we're at, right? This is our little range. It's all that matters. Price is here. So what I want to see is, what do we do? What do we do if we come up here? Do we just sell right off? Because then that's, boom, you touch this week low and you could hit where? Right here, about 197. Okay? Now, it could also look like this as well and go down. That's really it. Now, you could also open up, hit month-to-date VWAP, come down here, challenge this week low, and also go down. Okay, and if you break this, you go down even lower to about 195.50. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, now as far as the bull, it's all about this level, that 198.51 to 198.33 right here. Okay, it's about that, and it's about the 250 ultimate balance major level, just like the same, but this time we're just talking about the bull case. So if we do come down here, what do we do? Is the market super weak? Right? Is it kind of in parity? All depends, right? But if we come down here and we recover higher low, we're going to at least go back to the mean, that 250. Okay? But what if we go like this, break that week high, and start to hold? We could eat up these single prints, go right back to 202.50, the large composite high volume node just right here. And there's a bunch of single prints here. So in strength, this should cut through this like a hot knife through butter. Okay. Now, what else could happen? We could also don't go down. We just start to push up, work our way above this monster level, start to hold. If the market is strong, internals are strong, we're going to try to clean these single prints and go to 202.50. Okay. What is door number 3? I didn't mention it in the ES. Well, you could just do this today. Okay. Balance off. You don't have to break out. Okay. Might not be ready because we got big news tomorrow. All right. That is it, folks, for me. All right. Hopefully you join me every day. All right. I know I had a late start today. So apologize for that. However, subscribe if you haven't already. Set an alert. That would mean a lot. All right. You can always follow me on X at Gonzo719 and give me a thumbs up. All right, give me a thumbs up if you do like my content. Again, X at Gonzo719. Again, I do trading educational videos of my day trades. I post them on my YouTube Shorts channel. Please subscribe, check those out. And you can always go to my TikTok, Gonzo719 Trader. Okay, today is a great plan. Okay, today is a great plan. Great levels. Again, we could stay within the balance range or we break out. Again, most times than not, big news, people don't want to make too much of a large decision on the data. You don't want to be overly short, overly long, so you stay in range. However, sometimes preemptively people make a move. All right. Now, what I've seen a lot too, I'll explain it. Sometimes you get the big move down or up, but then towards the end of the day, the market de-risks and goes back to the mean. We'll have to see what happens. You never know in this crazy market. Everybody have a great day. Stay green. No trade is a trade. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.